Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grotz. Today we're going to be playing Power in Numbers. So the trick with this one has the secret rule of the backbone of success. So if there are any battle line units within 6 inches of an objective, then only models from battle line units can contest that objective. So essentially, battle line units have like objectives secured and get to kind of steal those objectives away if they get in within secure range. 6 objectives, 3 on each side, and we're going to be deploying right across from each other. And today we're going to be battling out with some of our new runes that we've recently painted up in our big, awesome winter wasteland here. Alright, let's get into those armies. Alright guys, today I'm going to be playing the Kharadron Overlords, and today my general is going to be the Endrinmaster with the Dirigible Suit. For his command trait, he's going to be using the Bearer of the Ironstar, and his artifact of power is the Aethersped hammer. Definitely using those two because I am playing Barak-Zon, so I have to take those two as my command trait and my first artifact. I am using a second artifact because I have a command entourage with my other 3 characters, the Aether-Khemist, the Arkanaut Admiral, and the Endrinmaster with the Endrinharness. And the extra artifact is the Spell in a Bottle on my Chemist, and I'll be taking the Warp Lightning Vortex. Pretty common combo you see with Kharadron Overlords and the Chemist, just because it is really that amazing. Guaranteeing to get the Warp Lightning Vortex off when and where you need it is just a really powerful ability to have in your back pocket. So there are my 4 characters today, and then I've also got 3 units of Skywardens as my battle line. They become battle line because my general is the Endrinmaster with a Dirigible Suit. I then also have 2 Gunhaulers, 2 units of Thunderers, and then the Arkanaut Ironclad as well. And then, so I have the 2 battalions, I have the command entourage, as I said, with the 3 characters, and then my battle regiment with the bulk of the rest of my list, and then the 2 gunhaulers separate, so I have 6 drops. And then my grand strategy is just hold the line today, so just keeping some of my Skywardens alive there. And then my triumph is the enhanced augmentation, the new augmentation ability that the Aether-Khemist gets out of the new Be'lakor book. So hopefully get that off. And I do have exactly 5 points less than Jesse's list today, so I do get my triumph. So hopefully we'll get to showcase and show that off for you guys today. Alright, that's my list today at 1965. Let's check out Jesse's list.
Hey, so this is my one of my older Stormcast lists that I'm looking to try out in the new Stormcast Eternals book. I used to always really love the Celestar Ballistas, so hopefully you're going to try them out. Hopefully they'll roll some 6s and not some 1s, but we'll see. So this is a Stormkeep list, so that lets me count all my additional models as an extra one on objectives, which is pretty handy. My general for today will be the Lord Ordinator. He has the command trait, what's it called? Call for aid. So when one of my units dies, I can bring them back to the table, deep striking, which is pretty good. I also have a Lord Arcanum who has the Drake Scale armor and the mount trait Aetheric Swiftness, so that lets him pile in 6 inches to fight. Really just want to get him in there, make him a beat stick, all that fun stuff. And I've also given him Flaming Weapon. To follow up the list, I have 3 units of Secadors as my battle line, a unit of Evocators, and then I have 4 units of the, what are they called? the bow guys. They're really good at killing demons. Unfortunately no demons today, but that's alright. And then we have 2 units of the Celestar Ballistas as well. And these ones will be in a Grand Battery battalion alongside the characters, so that gives them a free all-out attack or a free Unleash Hell. And then I also just have a Hunters of the Heartland to bring these guys all together. No monsters today, but there has been a lot of monsters in the Realm of Gur, so I just kind of want to have that as a redundancy for them to keep them a little bit more safe. I also have the grand strategy Hold the Line, so I'm going to be trying to keep my Secadors alive. And yeah, that rounds up to 1970. So again, Patrick will be getting the triumph.
Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so after deployment, my forces have deployed along here, kind of one Gunhauler and a unit of Skywardens kind of near each objective, and then my Ironclad, which is loaded up with my 2 units of Gunhaulers, and then my Admiral, my Chemist, and my Endrinmaster, and then I got my General tucked in behind the Ironclad there, and another unit of Skywardens. Jesse's deployed kind of a bit of everything all along the line here. Secretors behind the crossbows and the evocators back there. All the ballistas nice and tucked behind everything with the Lord Ordinator in there to give them that nice buff. So really ready to get into it. 2 things we forgot to mention in our pre-brief. So my Ironclad, his Master Engine work is the last word, so if something charges him, he gets to fire with his big cannon here. And then secondly, with today's mission, just power and numbers. We don't have regular scoring. This one is all about holding on to objectives as long as you can, and then the longer you hold them, the more victory points you can score, and you have to burn those set objectives. So you can get 1 point for holding it for 1 turn, 2 points for 2 turns, 4 points for 3 turns, and then you get 8 points if you hold it from the start of the game till the end of the game. So kind of usually a lot of people like to go for one of these on just kind of one of their objectives, just to kind of make sure they get that nice big 8 points at the end. But without regular scoring, it just makes it all the more important to be getting our battle tactics for this game. Because if you're not getting your battle tactics and then you're falling behind on potentially the points from burning objectives, it can really run away with you in points in this one. All right, I had less drops than Jesse, and I think I am going to go first just so I can kind of cut down on some of those ballistas potentially and get that first round of shooting out of the way. So we'll be back with Kharadron Overlords, turn 1. Okay, so turn 1 hero phase for Kharadron. I'm just going to try and get an extra command point on my general over here in the corner. He's not going to get that. And then, Jesse, what are you going to do?
I'm going to be trying to get one on my Lord Ordinator.
Perfect.
Nope.
He doesn't get one either. Alright, and then my battle tactic for this turn is just going to be aggressive expansion, holding 2 objectives, not wholly within my territory. So since these ones are on the edge, usually a nice one to kind of start, just to kind of make sure you have it, and then I can move forward and not worry about having to get that one. Alright, so we'll be back after Kharadron turn 1 movement phase. Okay, after the movement phase, so everybody flying high, and all of my Skywardens and my general there hitching a ride and moving right up. Kind of going super aggressive here, so we get lots of shots off here and can kind of pick off a couple of these units. And then I have my other unit kind of over on the right flank here, lots of 9 inches away there. As you can see, we got the measuring stick there and everything nice and close. All right, so we're going to start with my general, who's going to fire right into the crossbow guys here. So he's going to start with his weapon suit battery. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So 4 wounds, -1.
Alright, so looking for 5s. Reroll that one there. They do have a ward save because they're on the objective.
Yep.
It's just 1 damage each.
Yep. So takes 2.
So 1 goes down, but then his thing procs, it brings him back up with 1 health.
Yep, so he always brings the first guy that falls near him ability and brings him back with 1 wound. Perfect. And then he's going to use his gaze. So 3+ hits. And wounds, I believe that is -1.
Alright, so probably 5.
Nope, and then D3. So for 2.
Stop 1, so it kills one of the guys there.
Perfect.
Castigators is what they're called, I remember now.
There it is. And then we're going to be going with the Skywardens next, who have their pistols. So they get 2 shots each. Hitting on 3s. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And wounding on 3s. So 4, -1 into the castigators again.
Go for 5s again. 1 damage each?
Yep, just 1 damage each.
6s? Nope.
Nope. Just kills another one.
1 wound left.
1 wound left there. Okay, so those are the guys there. I'm going to start with the other unit of Skywardens here, going into that other unit of castigators. So 6 shots again. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds, -1. So ward saves, just 1 damage. And then we're going to switch over to the Gunhauler, who's going to fire down into those evocators there. But I think his volley guns are not in range there. I'm going to have to double check those first. So I'm going to start with the shrapnel shot from his sky cannon. So I get 6 shots with those, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So 4, -1.
1 damage each?
2 damage each.
For 6.
So it takes 5.
Yeah.
So that's 1 or 2 dead. No, that's into the evocators there.
Oh, okay, so yeah. So 1 dead and then...
Yeah, because there are 3 wounds apiece.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. And then just going to double check his carbines. Alright, so yeah, the Aether Shock carbines are only 12 inches, so the Gunhauler's out of range for those. So I'm going to go over to the Gunhauler, or the Thunderers, sorry, inside the Ironclad. And the first unit of 5 is going to try and snipe out Jesse's character there. So firing, and I'm going to use all-out attack on these guys, so they're going to hit on 2s here. So 2 misses. And then wounding on 4s. Ooh.
Really cut it down there.
Yeah, really. So only 3 -1.
So 1 goes through?
1 damage, yeah.
And fails the ward.
Fails the ward, so 1 damage. Okay, so that was not nearly as good as we were kind of hoping for there. I guess the other unit is just going to try and shoot those Sequitors. Let's go for that. So hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 4s. So 4 -1.
So flicking for 5s.
And then ward save.
1 damage each?
Yep. So 3 damage, so 1.5 Sequitors down. And then the Endrinmaster inside is just going to fire his gaze at this last Sequitor here. So hitting on a 3, and he misses. Okay, yeah. A lot of different guns to think about which guys I want to fire with first. Unfortunately, my characters are out of range there, just being just outside. So my Skywardens were within 9 of these guys, so that puts them just outside of 9. So I'm going to go with the Ironclad next, and then I'm going to start with the Aether Shock carbines, and they're going to go into the Sequitors here. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So that is 5 at -1. So 1, 4 go through. Yeah. So 2 damage each, so 8 damage. So 7 getting through, and that will finish the squad. Perfect. And then the Sky Cannon is firing down its shrapnel shell down into Jesse's ballista there, the closest one to my Ironclad. So hitting on 3s again. Ooh. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, -1.
4 save now.
Oh, so stops 1.
How much damage?
2 damage each. So takes 2 wounds so far. And then the torpedoes are going into the evocators there. So hitting on 4s. All hit. And wounding on 3s, 3 wounds, -1. So 2 through.
Yep.
So D3 for 5 damage.
Not bad.
So 4 gets through, so
kill 1.
Kills. Kills the wounded one, and then kills the another one there. Not bad. So messed up the evocators pretty well. Finished off that using a Sequitors, 1 unit of Castigators down to 1 unit left, or 1 model left, sorry. So pretty good volley fire over here so far. Hopefully we can make a charge or 2 to get onto that objective. But then just kind of rotating over, going over to the Skywardens. Oh, forgot to get these out of the way. We're going to fire into the Secretors here, so doing their volley pistols, so hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Whoa. Wow. Nothing for those guys. And then the Gunhauler here is going to fire into the ballista there. His carbines are going to be in range of the Secretors, and then his cannon shrapnel is going to go into the ballista there. So hitting on 3s, 4 hits, and wounding on 3s for 3 wounds.
Go from 3 1s to 3 6s.
I'll take it. Shuts down 2 of them, so 2 damage.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yep.
Gets 2 through. And then the Aether shots. Oh, just double checking how many shots do we get with the Aether shots. We get 2 shots, 3s and 4s. 1 hit, 1 wound, -1.
Yep.
1 damage into a. Yep. Perfect. All right, that's going to be it for shooting. We're going to try some charges here. So we're going to start with the Skywardens over here. We're going to try and charge into those Secretors. Look for that 9. That's an 8. They're not going to get there. Don't think I want to use my reroll for that one. I'll be coming back over here and starting with the General. Whoa, he's in there with a 12. And then going to the Skywardens beside him. That's going to be a 7. They're not going to make it. And I'll try with the other unit over there. They're going to get in with a 10. Okay.
Should have used your reroll.
Yeah, should have used my reroll on this unit here, but I was hoping just in case to use it on that unit, but that's okay. So we have an extra command point there. And then we'll get those charges, and we'll get ready for Kharadron turn 1 combat phase. Okay, so after the charge phase, Skywardens and my General getting in there, and Jesse has decided he's going to be unleashing hell with those Castigators into my Skywardens, so let's see what they can do.
So D3 shots each.
So 5 shots.
And they're hitting on 4s with the -1. And wounding on 3s.
Oh,
So 2 at -1.
2 -1. So going to 5 ups. Oh, so it's going to drop a Skywarden. That will be good. 2 less attacks there. Alright, and then so getting into combat, I'm going to start right with the Skywardens. So I got the Sergeant with the extra attack. He's called the Custodian, and so being Barak-Zon, I get a +1 to hit and wound with the Skywardens.
We'll also use all-out defense for them.
Yep, awesome. Yep, so we're going to 3s and 2s with the Sky Pikes here. So hitting on 3s. Ooh, that's not good. Wounding on 2s. 2 at -1.
So just a regular 4-up.
Someone gets through for D3. 3 damage.
Yep.
Hey, ended up killing 2. That's okay.
We'll just leave the Sergeant.
Yep. And then Jesse has either or Sergeant.
I'm assuming I'll just go with that Sergeant.
Yeah.
Try and I'm actually going to go into them because I don't think he can do much to the
General with the 3
General.
save
So
there.
hitting on 4s.
So we'll all out defense because I want to make sure both of those guys survive.
3s. So 1 at no rend.
1 at no end. Perfect. So up to a 3-up. Oh, and that's going to miss. So 1 damage getting in there. So half health on one of those Skywardens. And then we're going to be going with my General here, who will be getting 3 attacks with his saw regularly, but then with the artifact, he gets the 2 extra attacks with one of his melee weapons. So works out really well for him. And I'm going to use my last CP, so he can use all-out attack. I guess I don't even need to. He's only fighting 1 here. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. 3 wounds, -2.
6s.
So 2 get through. And D3 apiece for 5 damage. So
Ooh.
he just has to make 5 ward saves to stay alive.
Nope.
And he is very gone. And that's A-okay.
So what's cool is, since he's within 6, I'm assuming he can pile in because of his mount trait.
Yes, he can, yes.
So
he can get in there. And then, I guess the one thing too we forgot, since you're Stormkeep, when I have taken possible D3 model wounds for charging. Or is that only Redeemers?
Let's double check that.
Okay, double check that, and then we'll roll that after there.
Yeah.
And then so Jesse's going to go with his character here, and probably finish out those Skywardens. Maybe my all-out defense will hold true.
All right, so he's got 4 attacks from his Aethersped, hitting on 3s.
So 3 hits.
Wounding on 3s. These ones are -1, 2 damage.
Okay, so back up to 4-ups. Ooh, so that'll kill them.
Nice.
And they're out of there. Alright, yeah. Skywardens. A little squishy.
A little squishy.
But that's okay. And that will probably, with your general getting to, or character there getting to pile in, be 2 for 2 on the objective, so I don't take that away. Not that you can burn in the first turn in this mission. But that's okay. And failed my charges over there, so that is going to be it for Kharadron turn 1. I will get my battle tactic for securing the objectives back in my backfield right at the start of the turn, because you get to do that in Age of Sigmar on your first turn. Otherwise, it's always at the end of the battle shock phase.
Yeah.
So we 2 points for Kharadron after turn 1, and we'll get into Stormcast turn 1. Okay, so before we start Jesse's turn 1 there, we double-checked, that those guys don't get the charge potential on the 3+ D3 mortal wounds. That's only on the Redeemer units, right?
Yeah.
And then Jesse quickly rolled his mortal wounds for guys that died and getting summoned back up into the sky, and he missed all those against my guys there. But so your battle tactic this turn is going to be
Slay the Warlord.
Jesse's going for my Warlord, so I'm going to be doing the Finest Hour on him, and then I'm guessing
I'm going to do Finest Hour
right
as well.
There. Absolutely.
We're going to have a duel to the death.
Perfect. And then casting.
Yeah, so he's going to be trying to cast Flaming Weapon.
Perfect.
Doesn't go off.
It does go off on a 4.
On a 4, okay.
Yeah, it's good. And I have no unbinds.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only hero action stuff I have. So yeah.
Perfect. All right, so we'll be back after Stormcast turn 1 movement phase. All right, so after Jesse's movement phase, all of his guys here, the Sequitors and the Castigators, kind of moving up, getting ready to pounce on my Gunhauler and Skywardens on the right flank. His other Sequitors and Castigators moving up, making sure to get as close as possible for shooting and for some charging. And then Jesse got ready to kind of pounce on my general, but as you can see, he's not there. Where could he have gone? He got an amazing 6 redeploy, getting nice and far from Jesse's character there. So will be a 9-inch charge, but still definitely doable with a reroll. All right, that's going to be it for movement phase. Let's get into the shooting. Where are we going to start, Jesse?
So just as a redundancy thing, I'm going to do Ballista into him as well.
Oh no!
We're going to use my battalion all at attacks. I think that -1 because you're...
Yes, because he did get back into range of a unit of 3.
So we'll go back up to hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Or, sorry, hitting on 2s because they're near the Lord Ordinator.
Yep, because, +2, -1.
So 2s, of course.
And the first one misses. All right.
Let's go to numero uno. Or second one.
Dose.
Dose.
Yeah.
Hits.
And
Wounds.
Wounds.
-3 though.
And it's -3, so yeah, I definitely would have all out. Or
you might as well at
yeah.
defense if there's a bunch coming at you.
I guess I can't. I only had the 1 CP and I used it on the redeploy.
Okay.
But I have Finest Hour, so I'm up to a 2-up, back up to a 5-up. Whoop, and that's a 2. That's getting through.
D6.
For 4 damage. Oh. Alright.
Next ballista down the line.
Yep.
Hits. Oh wait. Doesn't technically hit actually. Because I can't use all at attack.
Alright, yeah, you only need it on the first
the last one. Come on, baby! Hits. Wounds.
Wounds?
Yep.
5 up. He's okay.
Mother. Alright. That's a little depressing.
You do have the 1 Castigator.
Yeah,
right?
Castigator going in. So D3. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
D3 shots, not 3.
Oh.
For 1. He misses.
Misses.
So let's go. They're in range of them, I believe.
Gunhauler, was it?
Yeah, we'll do Gunhauler. I think that's their only target there.
Yeah, perfect. So D3 shots each. There we go. That's pretty good. 7.
And we'll, sorry, I should have just stated this after. We're going to increase their accuracy so they hit on 3s.
Perfect.
One wound.
One wound. Minus...
-1.
1, so 5 up. Is okay.
Alright. Let's go.
To the far cascaders.
I think they're actually going to go... We're going to try and just kill those.
Into the Skywardens, yep.
Yeah. So D3 shots.
4 shots.
And, sorry, I'm going to do accuracy again.
Yep.
I should declare it after, but
no
or before.
2 hits.
3s. 1, -1.
-1.
Oh,
okay.
You're killing me.
Yeah.
All right, let's do... I think we can just go right into charges with that.
All right, so start with...
let's go down the line.
Secators over here.
Secators. 6.
6. Should be good. We can double check that one real quick. Yep.
Perfect, yeah. So I'll just do that so we remember.
Perfect.
They're not going to go in.
Okay.
We're going to try for our general going in.
General looking for that 9. That's a 9.
We're going to re-roll that. For the last command point. And that's even worse.
And then I guess Sequitors can try a long bomb.
Yeah, might as well.
Probably get in here and then pile in.
So Secators.
9. Ooh, we'll have to measure that one.
Yeah, not quite.
No.
And then we'll try for Evocators, which need an 11.
11.
Come on! No,
I
saw the 1 though.
All right, so yeah, so just the Secators over there, and we'll pile those in, and then we'll get into the combat phase. Okay, so after piling Secators in here, swinging with the big hammers first.
And we're powering the weapon, so any 6s is an additional hit.
Awesome. It's going to hurt. Oh, there's a couple extras.
So we got just our...
2 extras replacing the misses. Perfect.
Looking for 3s to wound as well. They're still only -1, but they're doing 2 damage each.
Awesome. So that's going to be 6 saves for me. Looking for 5s. So that's 6 damage. That is going to kill all 3 Skywardens. Oh, I wish those guys were a little tougher. That's okay. And then that's going to be it for the combat.
Yep.
So unfortunately, Jesse is going to fail his battle tactic because my general is still alive.
Snuck away.
There. Snuck away with that amazing 6-inch redeploy. So he will hold on. Oh, he does have the 4 wounds. Let me make sure I put a dice down here so we don't forget. He's got 4 wounds from that first shot, or second shot from Ballista. But Jesse still has all 3 objectives in his zone here, and has the chance for the double turn, so we'll get right into that amazing priority roll. There's that 6. I will absolutely take it, and we'll get ready for Kharadron's turn 2. Alright, so hero phase turn 2 for Kharadron. I'm going to be trying to heal my general here. So he's going to heal back D3. He's going to get 1 back. So he's going to go back to 3. What's your battle or heroic action going to be?
I'm actually going to try and... I don't know. I guess we'll... rally them?
No, that's not...
Oh, sorry, yeah, right.
Hero action, yeah.
I just want to keep him alive. We'll get a command point on my general... or on the Lord there. Nope.
Nope. And then my battle tactic is going to be Conquer, so I'm going to try and steal this objective here. And then I am releasing the spell in a bottle that I have from my chemist inside my Ironclad, and we've already set it up, the Warp Lightning Vortex. So this goes off as soon as it is set up, and then at the end of every movement phase, so that includes Jesse's and mine. So we're going to roll for that right now, and we're quickly just going to double check how many guys are in range of each, because it normally goes off on a 4+ for D3 mortal wounds. On a 6 it's D6, but if you're closer to more than one of these, it makes it easier. If you're near 2, it goes on a 3+. If you're near 3, it goes off on like a 2+. So we're just going to double check which unit gets which real quick. Okay, so just double checking those real quick. We're going to fly through these. So on his Lord here, it's going to be going on a 3+. So that goes off for D3. He's going to take 3 mortals. On the Evocators, going off on a 2+ for D3 for 3 mortals. I'll kill 1. And
yeah, I gotta do my word save, so let's do it real quick.
6s.
So none?
None. Ward saves for them for 3. Nope. So then one dies, but then he stands back up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the Lord's ability. And the Castigator here on a 3+ goes off. D3, 3 mortals. Ooh. Nope, that'll finish him off. On the Secretors here, it's going off on a 2+, misses. And then the Ballista back here is on a 4+, hits for D3 for 2.
Yep.
And then the Castigator's over here on a 4+, hits for 3 mortals. Stop 2 of them, love it. Awesome. So then this will go off again at the end of my movement phase, but it does also hurt me as well. So if I'm within 6 of it after I do any of my movement, I will have to roll and see if I take any mortals as well. All right, so that is going to be it for the hero phase. We'll be back after KO turn 2 movement. All right, so end of the movement phase, kind of brought all my forces kind of now on the left side here, making sure I get that conquer. Moving up nice and close, Jesse did a redeploy to get his character back and tried to get him out of range of some of the warp lightning there. Unsuccessfully, still within range of 2 of them there, but that's okay. Making it harder for the Skywardens if they want to charge in and help finish him off, because I think Jesse made sure to keep him still within 6. So I still have to make sure I either charge him and get rid of him or shoot him to make sure I get my battle tactic of conquer on this objective here. Otherwise, Gunhauler here, Ironclad moving up just a little bit to get more in range, so everybody inside can get some shots off, and then the other Gunhauler here, again, just kind of towing a little bit closer, so it gets in range of one of the ballistas there. So it has the choice between the wounded one and then the other one close to the Lord Ordinator there. We're going to start off with my general here. He's going to go into Jesse's Lord there.
I'm going to use all that defense on my Lord here for
absolutely.
this turn.
So hitting on 3s here. Ooh. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, -1, so just back to your save.
Back up to 3.
So 1 gets through.
1 damage?
Yep.
Awesome.
And then his gaze on a 3+, wounds on a 2+, wounds -1. Loves it. Then going to go with the Skywardens into him as well with their pistols. 5 hits. 3s to wound. 3 wounds. -1. So 3 of those getting through. And ward. So 3 more damage. He's got 2 left. 2 left.
Yeah, 2 left.
Then I'm going to go with first Gunhauler here. He's going to try with his Aether shots into the character, and then he's going to fire his cannon down into the wounded ballista there. So I'm going to start with the cannon, hitting on 3s, using the shrapnel, wounding on 3s, and that is 4 at -1 into the ballista.
Yep,
So
all through.
All through, so that's 8 damage.
Okay. I think there was some 12.
Yep. Yeah, you're definitely within of the middle one there. So he takes 5.
Still going to be enough.
Still going to be enough. And I'm just realizing, I guess I forgot already, as I said, we got to roll for this guy for end of movement phase. So I made sure these guys stayed just outside of 6 here. So my guys are going to still be outside of 6. So we're going to roll quickly for the character here on a 3+. Misses. 2+ on the evocators. Hits for D3 for 2. They're going to get their ward save. Whoop. So stop 1. So kills the one with 1 wound. And then the Secretors is in the center there. It's going to get them on a 2+. It hits for D3 for 1 mortal wound into the Secretors.
Yep.
And then into the Castigators over there for 4+. Hits, and it's going to be D6 because we rolled the 6 for 5 mortal wounds. Oh, well, these guys rolled hot on their word, and they do it again. So 3 get through, so we'll kill 2 of them. And that's going to be it for the Endless spell. Always, again, remembering end of each movement phase. So I definitely got to remember that. So back into the shooting. Sorry for the quick turnaround there. But so General has shot, Skywardens have shot, and then we were doing the Gunhauler who just finished off the ballista, and then he has his 2 Aether shot carbines going into the character Lord there. So 1 hits, 3s, misses.
Ooh.
So nothing there. And then the second Gunhauler is going to fire his cannon shrapnel into the other ballista, full health. And then his 2 Aether Shock Carbines are going to go into the Evocator here. So into the Evocator, 1 hit, 3+ wounds, -1. They're 3+, are you sure? Yeah, you should be okay. Check that, and I'll roll for the shrapnel. So going into the ballista there. Just check one thing. Yeah, 3s.
They're actually 4 up.
Oh, so it takes just 1 damage.
Sorry, Ward.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So 2 misses on the shrapnel. And 3 -1 into the ballista. Oh,
blocks 2.
2, so just 2 damage. Yep, and then ward. So it takes 1 damage. Okay, so that's it for the Gunhaulers there, and then I'm just gonna have to divvy up all the shots in this Ironclad here real quick. Alright, so a few things might change depending on how some of the shots go for everything coming out of the Ironclad here, because I have a couple of targets that I kind of need to finish off here, but we've got a lot of different shots here with several different units inside. So I'm going to start with the Admiral inside. He's going to start with his volley pistol into that last Evocator there. So hitting on 3s, 3 hits, and wounding on 4s. So 1 wound -1. Gets through for 1 damage. Yep. Then the Endrinmaster is going to go with his gaze. Hits. Wounds on a 2+. Wounds. -1. Ooh. Loves it. Okay. I need him to die. So I guess I'll go next with one of my unit of Thunderers. So they're going to get their 12 shots. And first unit is going to go into the Lord here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my once per game Triumph that I can use from the Chemist inside to a unit embarked inside using that new unique Triumph from that Be'lakor book. I'll double check the name of that for you. It is Overcharged Aetheric Augmentation. So the Overcharged Aetheric Augmentation onto the Thunderers, letting them reroll wound rolls of 1 here. So I'm going to be firing into the Lord here, and we're going to combine that with, no, I guess I can't. Oh, a Triumph isn't a command, so I could all-out attack, so all-out attack as well here. So hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 4s, but re-rolling 1s here. So got me a couple re-rolls. This, for 2 work. So that is 6 at -1. So he still has his all out. So 3 fail, but he has the ward save.
How many damage? Just 1?
Just 1.
Need some 6s.
Oh, and that'll finish off the Lord on the Great Charger. I guess the Chemist is going to go into the Sequitors here, so he gets 3d6 shots with his vacuum gun there. So he's going to get 10 shots. Hitting on 4s. And then I'm pretty sure it's wounding on 3s. So it'll be 5, but let me just double check that guy. No, wounding on 4s, so definitely take that out of the way. So 4, no rend into the Secretors. 3 through, 1 damage.
That'll finish him off.
Yep. Oh no, into the Secretors.
Sorry.
Yep, no worries. Then I'm going to switch up. I'm going to fire just my Gunhauler, or my second unit of Thunderers inside the Ironclad. I'm going to fire the Sergeant with one of his other unit into the Evocator, and then the other 3 into the Secretors there. So it'll be 6 shots each. So with the Sergeant into the last Evocator, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, so 3 at -1.
Yep.
Whoop, and then ward save. He's got to make them all.
Yeah.
We got finish him off, so we'll definitely get our conquer. And then the other unit in the other members of the unit firing into the Secretors. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, 2 -1. So 2 through, and then ward save. Nope, this kills off another Secretary.
Let's go with this one.
Okay. Now I'm just going to double check and see what we can fire with the Ironclad. Alright, so the Ironclad is going to fire its carbines into the Secretors, try and finish them off, the torpedoes into the wounded ballista, and then the long single slug from the Great Cannon long bomb in and try and shoot off those castigators down there. So I'm going to start with the carbines into the Secretors. I'm going to give them all-out attack, so hitting on 3s. Oop, that was a 2. So 2 misses. And then wounding on 3s. So 5 minus 1. And 2 damage each. So 8. So that'll finish off those last 2 there.
So I'm going to use the my once per game command trait to resummon them.
And it's not a roll, right? They just come back?
Yeah, I'll double check.
Yep. Double check that. And then do the 4 torpedo shots from the Ironclad into the ballista. So torpedoes are going to be hitting on 3s. Well, I guess it was hitting on 2s with the carbines. Whoops. So 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. It's 3 wounds minus 1. So 2 go through.
Yep.
For D3. So 5 damage into the ballista.
There.
Yep.
See some 6s. Not a 1.
No 6s. So it takes 5 damage. Still alive, still kicking. And then the long bomb, big cannon shot all the way down. Normally hitting on a 3, so with the all out, going to a 2+. Hits. Wounds on a 2+. And it does wound. And it has minus 2.
Alright.
So 6 up. Ah, of course.
I'll take it.
Of course. Alright, so yeah, Jesse is just setting up those guys, because I guess they have to kind of be near.
They have to be within
Lord.
12 of...
Yep, so Jesse's just kind of set those guys up. Back up
be
front
9
there.
away from him.
And
now.
9 away from enemies, as always. Perfect, so yeah. Really devastating firepower this turn from the Kharadron Overlords. Just kind of finishing off Jesse's right-hand flank here, especially with the Warp Lightning Vortex now. Just kind of being a nuisance if he wants to even come over this direction, because it'll go off at the end of movement. So it still might be able to do a little bit of damage if Jesse has to move an inch over this way. But at the end of that turn, I do get my 2 points for my battle tactic for securing this objective. I was thinking I would burn it, but I think I will hold on to it, because I think I can hold on to it for at least 1 more turn and get 2 points out of it. But I will get my battle tactic of Conquer for 2 points. So it is 4 points for Kharadron to 0 points for Stormcast. And with that, we'll get into Stormcast turn 2.
Alright, so for my second turn, I'm going to be actually trying to use Heroic Willpower from my Lord Ordinator to get rid of this.
Alright, try and get rid of that Warp Lightning.
Get rid of it, I think? I think it's just a D6, isn't it?
I think it just gives you the chance to like
Okay.
desummon or whatever.
Okay.
That'll get rid of it for sure. So Warp Lightning is out of there.
Get that out of here.
And then your battle tactic for this turn?
I'm going to do... I guess I can't burn this if I want to hold this, eh?
For like which? Oh, for like aggressive expansion?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be end of the turn. I guess we'd have to double check the wording on when that actually takes place, but I think you'd make yourself miss out.
Okay, let's try and hold it for a turn then.
Okay.
So we're going to try that one.
So aggressive expansion?
Aggressive
so
expansion.
Keeping those 2?
Going to try and hold on to them, yep.
Awesome. All right, so then we'll get into Stormcast turn 2 movement. All right, so after Stormcast turn 2 movement, everything kind of shimmying over closer to my boats and my Sky Dwarves. Jesse auto-advancing 6 with the Secretors, getting ready to try and scoop that. Unfortunately, he's outside of 6, so it's going to force me to hopefully, if I get turn priority, I'll have to burn it. But also then I guess in this one we'll have to double check which one of these are primes, because one of them can just get taken away. So I probably messed up by not burning that one last turn. But that's okay. So yeah, Jesse's got aggressive expansion, so he's definitely going to keep that one, and then we're going to get right into some shooting. So where are we going to start?
So we're going to start with my other all-out attack one that gets it for free going into the character.
Yep.
So looking for 2s. 2s.
Wounds.
-3.
So definitely got to use the all out because I want to keep him alive. So he's at 5. Gets through.
3.
3 damage. So
Yeah.
I think he's still alive.
No.
I'll double check on that. Yeah, the Endrinmaster in Dirigible Suit has 8 wounds, so he's still got 2 left there.
We're going to be doing the Cascadator into him as well.
Yep.
And we'll
So-
increase accuracy.
Yep, so he's still -1 to hit.
That's a 2. So back to 3s.
So 1 hit.
Wounds.
And wounds.
-1.
1. So with the all out, back to 3s. Oh, gets him for 1 damage.
1 damage.
Got 1 left.
Oh, that's brutal. Okay, let's do we'll do a ballista into these guys, see what we can do to them first.
Okay. So hitting on 2 hits.
Wounds.
-3.
Yep.
So straight through.
D6 for 5.
Oops, that's just about 1 hit the unit there. And I'll make sure you got the 1.
And the last one.
Finish my general, or are you gonna?
Yeah, we'll try and finish the general.
Oh, he's not -1 to hit anymore. So yeah, so hits and wounds. So he did have all out. So 5 up, takes it. 5. He is very dead.
Skewered.
Oh, that's counter there. So that's gonna be it for shooting.
I'm just gonna see if these guys are within 18. Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I think 1's out.
Okay, so 2.
And we'll do accuracy.
Sure.
So hitting on 2s.
3 shots. 3 hits.
3s. 2. -1.
-1. So 5s.
Oh.
Okay.
And with that, we can go right into the charge phase. Because these guys are going to try and attack the
Get
boat.
that Gunhauler. 9 will definitely get him there, and he is going to unleash hell.
Alright.
So he's going to fire his shrapnel. So with the -1, he's hitting on 4s here. So 3 hits. And 3s to wound. 3 saves at -1, please.
Take 2.
Take 2, so that's 2 Secretors down.
Yeah. So I'm not near the...
Objectives currently. And then just 2 Aether shots, hitting on 5s now. Nothing for those. Perfect. So able to kill 2 of them, but not the ones with the hammers. The big hammers anyway. And then that's, yeah, the only charge there.
Yeah, only one there. And they'll do power up their hammers.
Alright, so get the exploding 6s.
Got 1 exploding 6.
Okay.
3s.
So 3.
-1.
1, so 5s.
Oh,
So 2
2
damage.
damage. Yep.
That's okay. Alright, then I'll double check his attacks. Alright, so I forgot to do at the start of the combat phase to drop his bomb racks. So he's picking obviously the unit of Secretors, and on a 4+ he could do D3 mortal wounds. So he's going to do D3 for 1 mortal wound. So again, that wouldn't have changed.
Luckily it doesn't change anything.
Luckily it
Yep.
doesn't change anything, but that's okay. Always try and remember to catch those things. So the boarding weapons, 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, wounding on 4s, 2 wounds.
Minus?
No minus.
Alright, so 4s.
So 2 get through,
Yep.
and that'll finish off another one.
Down.
Alright, and then that is, I guess you can spend a CP to auto pass with those guys. 'Cause, the turns
might
are
as well.
Yep. Alright, so that will be it. So Jesse gets his battle tactic for aggressive expansion, so getting 2 points for Stormcast and getting on the board. And then really important turn priority roll here, I guess. Or on I win ties. So I think I'm going to take it, but then Jesse will get the chance to remove one of the objectives, because we can double check. I don't think any of these are primes. No, yeah, so he can remove one of the objectives. Which objective would you like to get rid of? So probably one of these ones.
Because they're the most points.
Yeah, going into now turn 3, if we burn this turn, they could be worth 4 points.
Yeah, I'll get rid of this one.
Yeah, so that one there. Okay. All right, and then we can go ready for Kharadron turn 3 hero phase. All right, so turn 3 hero phase for Kharadron. I'm just going to be getting a command point with my Admiral, so he gets it on a 2+ now that my General's dead, so he gets an extra CP. And then I'm going to, for my battle tactic, go with Broken Ranks and try and finish off that unit of Secretors there. All right, and your heroic action?
I guess we'll try and get a command point on him.
On the Lord Ordinary, yep. So, doesn't get it, because he is your General, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back after Kharadron, turn 3, movement phase. Alright, so into the movement phase, we kind of picked up and left that section there because we still got that objective, so we can probably burn it at the end of this turn. Leaving my Gunhauler in because didn't want to forget about these two guys here because they're in range if I pulled back to kind of just advance and get on this objective and steal that away from me. So I didn't want that to happen. Kind of moved over, realized I can't do Broken Ranks on these guys because they're the resummoned unit, so I'm going to be doing Broken Ranks on this unit over here. Should be okay. I brought my Ironclad over here within 9 inches, so all the guys inside even have shots on here just to make sure. Bringing the other Gunhauler along with him to help kind of, again, chip away at some of these ballistas. And yeah, and then the lone Skywarden getting in, trying to get around to get near that wounded ballista, but Jesse got a 6 on his redeploy. So maybe he'll be able to charge Jesse's General. We'll have to see what that Sergeant can do left. But we're going to get right into the shooting. So we're going to start right here against these last 2 Secretors. So just firing point blank with the Gunhauler. Hitting on 3s here with the Shrapnel. 4 hits. 1 wound,
right.
-1. Gets through for 2 damage, killing 1. And then the Aether shots, 1 hit. No wound. All right, so there's the 1 left there with 1 wound. Maybe we'll finish him off in close combat. My second Gunhauler is going to be firing into, I guess with his Shrapnel, he's going to fire into the ballista with the 2 wounds on him already there. So firing with the Shrapnel shell, 4 hits, and then 3s to wound for 3 wounds, -1.
Yep.
So 6 damage.
That will kill it, I believe.
Yeah. No, they have 9, and you're near an objective, so you still have your ward save. So 6 ward rolls.
Not a 1.
So he's got 1 left, and then the 2 Aether shots on 4s, 1 hit. Wounds on a 3, doesn't wound.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I'm going to switch over to the Gunhauler. I'm going to use one of my units of the Thunderers inside. The Sergeant is going to try and finish off the ballista, and then the rest are going to go into the other ballista that has 6 wounds on it. So starting with the Sergeant, hitting on 3s, 3 hits, wounding on 4s. Oh, he misses. That's okay. Because the other unit's going to finish this ballista. Here we go, on 3s. And 4s. 3. Oh, that was a 5. 3 at -1. So
stops 1.
2 get through, and then ward save. No, so both ballistas with 1 wound left there. Okay. But the second unit of Thunderers are going to split with the Sergeant and 1 member of the unit into the front, and then the other 3 into the other wounded. So we have 6 shots each, because the Sergeant gets 4 shots instead of 2. So against the closer unit first, hitting on 3s. That's better. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, -1.
Live.
Cool. And then ward save. Nope, so 1 down. And then into the farther ballista that's got 1 left. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Nothing from him. Okay, so it's going to have to be something from the Ironclad to finish him off. Okay, going to go with my characters next. So we're going to go with the Aether-Khemist. Shooting into the Secretors here. He gets 3d6 shots. Oh, that's not very good. 6 shots. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound, no rend. Stops it. The volley pistol from the Admiral. 2 hits. And no wounds. And then the gaze misses. Oh boy. Okay, so that's everybody inside. So now we have the Ironclad. I have that 1 wound ballista left, but I'm already forgetting that this is my battle tactic right here.
Tough choice, tough choice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the Aether shots and the main shrapnel cannon here to make sure, and then just the torpedoes to try and finish off that ballista.
So we'll use all our defense on them.
Yep. I'm going to use the Admiral's ability with his extra CP to let him reroll hit rolls of 1 here. So I'm going to start into the ballista with the torpedoes. So 2 hits. Oh, rerolling 1s. 3 hits. And 3 wounds, -1.
So back up to their 4. Oh, sorry, that was on
the ballista.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
just goes through. So 2d3 for 5 damage.
See if we can save him. No.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yep. So finish them off, and then the Aether shot for 8 shots going into the Secretors, hitting on 3s. Ooh, all hit. Wounding on 3s. Oh, and there it disappears for 2 wounds, -1. Back to 4s. So they stop both of those, and then the cannon, 3s, rerolling 1s. Ooh. I think I'm going to drop a battle tactic. Oh,
you're definitely...
wow, yeah, it's on 3s again. Wow, yeah, okay. So the Ironclad just kind of whiffed hard there. I guess like a charge, and then everyone inside gets to attack. Why not? Alright, yeah, and that's going to be it for shooting, and then we will get into combat, or charging. So I will try and charge with the Ironclad there. It's going to be a fail. I'll re-roll it, and that's still a fail. Okay, so yeah, we will drop a battle tactic.
Do you want to charge with this guy?
All right, I do have the Skywarden over there. Real quick, his 2 pistol shots into that single castigator. Both hit. 1 wound. Stops it. And then his charge is an 11. All right, we'll see where he ends up.
By castigator.
All right, so Skywarden charged in there. Jesse did unleash hell and missed all of his point-blank shots. And we're going to start with the Skywarden here. So he gets the +1 to hit and wound for being Barak-Zon. So 3 hits. 3 wounds. -1.
Live.
2 through for D3 apiece. Oh, 2 damage.
Gotta make one of these ward saves. Come on, 6.
No, he finishes them.
That's bad.
And then you get to go with the lone Secretary Sergeant.
All right.
2 hits.
Yeah. So.
2 mortals.
No, just powering up gets an additional hit.
Right. Yeah. So it stays 3 hits. 1 wound. -1. 5 up. He's good. Loves it. And then his. I'm just gonna borrow your dice quick. 4s. 2 hits. 4s. Nothing from the crew. Oh, I guess his bomb rack at the start misses. Okay. That's what I get for forgetting. And that's going to be it for KO turn 3. Is your Lord Ordinaire within range of that objective?
He is, but I forgot that BATTLELINE take priority.
Yes, and I am BATTLELINE, so I will steal that one. And just with the fact that Jesse can get at this objective over here, I'm going to double check and see if he can reach this one as well with an auto run. Otherwise, I'm going to be burning all of that. Let's just double check. So if he's within 17, which he is, just out. So he can't run and get to this one here with his 5-inch move and an auto run of 6. So we'll burn this objective. That'll get 4 points because I've held it for 3 turns. And then I will burn this objective that I just took for 1 point this turn. And that objective over there for 2 points. So that'll get me 7 points for burning 3 objectives. So that puts me up to 11, and I didn't get any more points because I did not get my battle tactic this turn. So it will be 11 points for Kharadron to 2 points for Stormcast, and we're going to go into Stormcast turn 3.
Alright, so it's looking a little grim, but we're going to try and scrape back what we can. So my Lord Ordinator is going to use Finest Hour to try and kill this guy for broken ranks.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going to be my hero action.
Yeah, and then mine is just going to be, again, I guess for a command point on my Admiral in there on a 2+. Gets it. And that's going to be it for the hero phase. We'll be back after Stormcast, turn 3 movement. Alright, end of the movement, turn 3 for Stormcast. Secateurs moving back, talking with Jesse. He could have came over here to put pressure on this objective, but then he knows he can't get in range, and then I would just burn it next turn, and then his Secateurs would really be caught out of position for the end game when he's really cut down on his unit count right now. And with the boats flying high, they'd be able to just outrange them and deal with them no problem. So he's moving them forward to help deal with the Ironclad, because we realize he can just pull out this Sequitor, and then if he gets the double, he can definitely get there and stop the buildup I have on this objective. Castigator's getting a little closer, making sure they're within 18 of the Skywarden, who redeployed 4 inches away when the Lord Ordinator got close. So Jesse's just doubling down and making sure he gets that battle tactic, and the Ballista getting closer and hopefully doing some damage to one of my boats over here.
So start with these guys in the shooting phase.
Yep.
And they're just,
Yep, Skywarden
and
just
they'll
to make
do
sure.
accuracy.
For 6 shots.
So hitting on 2s with accuracy. And wounding on 3s. Oh no.
2.
-1 though.
Yep. 5s. 1 gets through. That'll get him.
Yay!
And Skywarden is down.
Ballista's gonna try. We're gonna try and do some 6 damage here. I see it coming.
Flat 6 into the Ironclad. I will definitely.
It misses.
Oh, okay. But I did say I would all out, so. That is a
You.
CP.
All right.
And then charge, I guess,
Yeah.
with Secateurs here.
Into the big boat.
That's Snake Eyes.
We will reroll. They have a sergeant. We'll get some new dice.
Yep.
There we go.
That'll do it. And since it has the last word, I'm going to get to fire the big cannon and then unleash hell. So we're going to get to fire twice, essentially, with the big cannon. All right, so we will see what the big cannon can do. I'm just going to do the flat slug for flat 6 damage. No, that's silly. I want more shots because this is the last word, so it's not -1 to hit like unleash. So 5 hits. 3s again. So 4 at -1. So 6 damage so far.
Yeah.
So 3 down. And then now unleash hell. So the cannon again. This is with -1. Whoop. And no hits with the -1. And then we get the Aether shots. Going to 4s. So 3 hits. Wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, -1.
Lachlan.
Another 2 damage. And then the 4 torpedoes on 5s. 1 hit. 3s, misses. Alright, so we dropped 3 of those guys on the charge.
Yep.
Alright, so there is,
I want to leave the big hammers, but my charge gets higher.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll do that.
You still were in there because...
Oh, right.
It does it after you did the charge, technically.
Cool. So we'll leave the sergeant and then...
Yeah, I was kind of just speeding ahead there.
No problem.
Alright.
And Cascaders will try to go into. Why not?
Are you sure? All the guys inside get to attack too,
Okay.
right? So,
they will not go in.
Yeah, because it is a garrison, so they still get to fight there. Alright, so... Secateurs. Let's go.
Power up those hammers, baby. All 6s.
5s. Let's see those 6s. There's 2 6s, so it does get an extra.
Moving on 3s.
Pretty hot. 5.
-1.
-1. So going to 4s.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. Let me double check that.
Don't tell him.
I would love. Yeah, okay, it is a 3+. For some reason, I thought it might have only been a 4+. So 6 damage onto him so far. And then let's see who inside wants to go first. All right, again, forgetting to do the bomb rack, and it gets the +1. Oh, still misses. That's why we forget. Then I'm going to go with my Admiral inside. So he's going to be hitting with 3 attacks. I'm going to give him... no, I used my last CP for Unleash. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Oof. Wounding on 2s.
Hey.
Oh! Alright, next up is the Endrinmaster. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Any 6s to hit turn into 3 mortal wounds. So 2 hits. And 2 wounds, -1. So go through for D3 apiece. That'll be 6 damage. He's definitely within range. Yeah, within 12. Yep. So gotta make 3 of these.
That's not 3.
Oh,
almost.
2 almost. So just Endrinmaster will finish him off. Alright, and then that will be it for turn 3. So you definitely get your battle tactic for 2 points. So Stormcast will go to 4. And then we'll get into priority because Jesse has to definitely hold on.
We gotta get priority here.
Has to get priority to stop this. That's a 6.
I think that's game,
and
sir.
I think that will be game because I can burn this, and even though it won't be turn 5, it'll be 4 points. And then I'll be at 15 plus a battle tactic, possibly at 17 after 4.
Most I can get is 14.
Yeah, because most he can get from that is 8 points, and then he can get another 4 points from 2 more turns of battle tactics.
If I could get them, which I don't think I can.
Yeah, it's really hard to get the battle tactics currently against what I have left on the table because to get battle tactics, he either has to run, which means he can't shoot, which he definitely can't afford to be doing. Getting 2 units wholly within my zone is definitely not going to be happening. And then killing, again, I guess he's already done the broken ranks, but the boats don't qualify as monsters, so he can't bring it down, unfortunately. Really kind of sucks there isn't something that is just targeted towards Behemoths and the machine, the more war machines. I wish they had more of a generic battle tactic for those. But unfortunately not. Maybe in the next...
I mean, it does help them be a little bit better, though, since they don't give up those points,
yeah,
which is cool.
Exactly, because then they're not giving up those bonus points. But then they're also not achieving those bonus points that you can get for doing it with a monster. But yeah. Pretty awesome battle report today. Kharadron just overwhelming with their firepower sometimes. I guess that extra Triumph that I tried out from Be'lakor would have been way better if I used my Thunderers in a unit of 10. Didn't really get to see its output with just a unit of 5. I'd probably take a unit of 10 next time. I do take the 2 units of 5 because being Barak-Zon, you do get that once per game that a unit can hop out in the hero phase. Instead of at the end of the movement phase via garrison rules. So that's really handy if I'm in a position where I can hop on an objective that I need to hold or leave a unit nearby and then fly high with the Ironclad still later in that same turn. So it gives me a lot of flexibility with getting a unit out of the boat that way, nice and easy. Yeah, I really like my list overall for Kharadron. The Warp Lightning Vortex spell in a bottle is just so amazing for Kharadron, and as we saw, it was pretty devastating against the Stormcast here. Probably did close to 20 mortal wounds between summoning and then the end of my movement phase, so it really helps clear the board if you can get that off around a bunch of stuff.
Also just thinking, even with the amount of, mortal save wounds that I made with the Hammers of Sigmar.
Yeah.
If I didn't have that, imagine how much even more damage it could have done, which...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hammers, again, showing resilience was really one of the nice, awesome kind of chambers for Stormcast. Really big fan of Hammers. Let us know what you guys think about the battle report in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and comment to all of our content. If you guys are ever looking for commissions, feel free to contact us here at Gaming Grotz. We're always happy to do commissions and even maybe show them off in a battle report for you. And then, as always, feel free to check out Thunder Games and Gifts. Those guys are great for any of your used model hobby needs. They have a great selection of like newer stuff, even some more vintage stuff if you're after something for like pewter idea. But they're just awesome selection and great guys. So go check those guys out. And that's going to be it for us today.